Who are we here to serve? That's my question. I know this is a message for those of you who've been walking with me for a second. It's a little bit of a mature, spiritually mature message, but who are we here to serve? Who are we here to serve? Can we say with confidence, as for me and my house, I am serving God? Because ultimately, I'm going to get the best result when I do that. Ultimately, that's where my greatest joy, my greatest satisfaction is. You might not have things be easy, but that doesn't mean that they aren't perfectly aligned with what God has in His will for your life. And that also doesn't mean that the story is over. God will cause you to be able to see, whether here or later, what some of this that we went through was for. So it's not what I've experienced. There have been times where I felt like before I understood this definition of success, so I could plan for success and be a ready woman, like we're talking about, there were times where I was like, God, you let me down. That person died. It feels like a letdown. I didn't get the job. That feels like a letdown. I'm not progressing in life the way that I thought that I would when I was 20 or 25 or 30. It feels like a letdown. But what I had to come to understand, you guys, is that God's commitment is to His word, not mine. God's commitment is to His word, not to my word. God didn't make a commitment to me and my word. He made a commitment to me through His word. His word is what reigns. His word is what is important. His word is what creates life. Let's go to it. It says, so is my word that goes out from my mouth. It will not return to me empty, but will accomplish what I desire and achieve the purpose for which I sent it. So is my word that goes out from my mouth. It will not return to me empty. This is God talking. It's going to achieve the purpose for which I sent it. Another version says it's going to prosper in the thing that I send it to. The way that God thinks about it is not the way that we think about it. The solution that we came up for it is not the solution that God has come up. But there's a reassurance that when we submit to this, when we do this, when we know that our lives can be run by God, that they can be submitted to God, that they can be in alignment with God, and that's the best place to be, God gives us a reassurance. He's like, don't worry, it's not going to be for naught. Don't be concerned about the unknown parts and plans that I have for you. You aren't going to know it. They're going to be unknown for you. They're going to reside in a place of unknown. You're going to have moments and times and periods and seasons where you walk through an unknown. You aren't going to know what is happening. He said, but trust me. Because Isaiah 55:12 says, guess what's going to happen after you experience my word going forth, accomplishing the purpose for which I sent it? He says, you will go out in joy and be led forth in peace. You will go out in joy and be led forth in peace. Our joy is going to be in Him. Our peace is going to be in Him. God says, I'm going to make this thing work out. I'm going to make it work out for you. You will have joy and peace when you decide to relinquish your will. When you decide to approach me with open hands. God says, I want you to let go of your definition of success. Open your hands. The thing about this is that when my hands are closed, I can't receive anything. It's real hard to pick up something. It's real hard to do anything when my hands are like this. But when my hands are open, I can do a lot of things. One of the things I can do is receive. You can put something in hands that are open. You can't put anything in hands that are closed. God has a purpose and a plan for your life that He's trying to place into your hands. Come on, somebody. And when He does that, He needs for you to be ready. He needs for you to be a ready woman. A ready woman's hands are open, ready to receive from God.